Hello, hello, hello again. This is your friendly hood collector, and today I am bringing you a figure. It's not a new figure. It's not a new set of figures. It's actually something from the Marvel Legends series because I usually do DC, Batman, Catwoman, that type of thing. But today I am going to bring you a figure that's actually been around for just a little while. It's two figures. It's a set. It's Shuri as the female Black Panther and the original Klaw. Okay, and this is from the Marvel Legends series, Black Panther, Marvel's Klaw, and Shuri. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the box. And on this side, you have the original Klaw. Okay, and we're going to go to the back, and it's basically Shuri when she was actually the female Panther. And actually, I'm looking at this, and I'm going to go into detail about what I really think of it. And you have the original Klaw, and I'm looking at this effect, and this actually is the first time I think this like common mold that they seem to use on a lot of the Marvel Legends, is actually it actually works. It actually kind of works. I would have been better if it was like a sound, like more of a sound wave with like less of the bubbles, but they seem to have just a regular mold that they use on all of them. Okay, and we got on this side we got Shuri, the female Black Panther, and she was the one of the Panthers that the actual Panther God did not actually accept. It passed her over. Um, okay, so we're gonna get this out the package, and we're gonna take a closer look at it. Okay, we are back, and we have the figures out of the box, and we're just gonna take a close look at them. Up top, I'm gonna be honest. This Shuri sculpt, from what I've seen from the comic book, because I really followed it really heavy once she became the female Black Panther, is not as slick as it is in the actual comic book. It's kind of thrown together, borderline, and it's not slick at all. It kind of looks borderline like a generic, like a little generic, like a just thrown together piece, because around her thigh up in here she's supposed to have like gold, like almost like thigh holders, thigh pieces. um the eyes should be either yellow or green. The this fur around here, around the neck, around the collar and everything, you see, it should actually be much more ostentatious a little bit. um and it's got a few things it'll do, but they could have did a lot more with this than what they did. Um, we're gonna go over to Klaw, and we're gonna look at Klaw and look at his sculpt. It looks like the traditional Klaw from like the comic books. You look at the face sculpt on it, and it actually, I turned the light up because it's kind of giving a glare. It's actually very traditional to true to form to what actually he looked like. We're gonna go around it. He's got his like sonic cannon on his wrist. And so he's pretty true to form. I'm actually satisfied with this. Um, so we're gonna go over his details and his articulation. Arm goes all the way around. Head goes all the way back and comes down all the way down. The cannon actually this twist up in here. He's got bicep twists. He's double jointed at his elbow. He's got butterfly joints up in here. He's ball joint up in here, butterfly joint, ball joint, go all the way around, bicep twist, wrist articulation where it's a little tough, it's a little stiff. So we're gonna need some warm water for that. Um, but it can move, but it's a little stiff. Double jointed. We got an ab crunch right up in here, and we got ab articulation up in here. We got a thigh twist. We got a double jointed knee. We got a calf twist. We got articulation in the foot. And it also rocks. It's also a rocker up in there. Okay, rocker. And this is standard for like what they're doing with the Marvel Legends. So this is on point. It's like kind of comes standard. This is what they do. Um, I had bought one of these and I had decided I was going to buy another one to pose it. And he also comes with this cannon piece right here. This goes over it, and this actually works very well for what he does. I wish it just wasn't this common mold. They would like make it more fitting for each individual action figure, because everybody has this basic mold for this action or showing their power type thing. Um, so that's Klaw. So we're gonna move him back. Okay, we got him as close as we can get him in the box, and we're gonna go over Shuri. Okay, and she's got a staff, which we actually see. And this actually is really crappy articulation too, because it's like beads and all this other different type of stuff. I understand they did the beads, but they should have made the feathers and the rope a different color. So the rope should have been maybe like a gray or a brownish color, and the feathers could have been like red, a little bit of different colors in there, mixture in there. Okay, we're gonna look at her sculpt. The head sculpt is okay. The head goes all the way back, comes all the way. It doesn't go down that far, but it does come all the way back, go all the way back, and it does. It doesn't really come. Let's see. It comes all the way down. Okay. Um, she's got this cape, and it comes off her shoulders. Okay. She's got a necklace, which is actually. I understand there's only so much they can do with a necklace, but I think they could have did a little more. She's got a utility belt on her waist. The only thing is I don't know why she has an X right there, but whatever. Okay. The gloves. She's got articulation. Instead of articulation going, which is usually right here, it's actually going on the side. It'll look like that. Same thing here. Okay, so we're gonna go over some of the articulation. We saw the head. This is a ball joint, so it should go all the way around. The arms go up to about there. About there. We got a single joint on the elbow. It's actually kind of tough to move, but it does spin around at the elbow. So it's not exactly an ab twist, but a bicep twist, but it is there. We're gonna take this out of our hand for a second. Okay, all right, there we go. It goes up, but it goes up pretty far, but it's single jointed. And I would think that they would make her double jointed at least, because she's supposed to be the female Black Panther. Okay, single jointed. Ab crunch twist up in here. This is her waist twist, and she's got a little bit of crunch at the rib cage. The thighs, let me see, leg articulation goes forward, goes to the side, only so far. Only so far. She's got thigh articulation. She's double jointed at the knee. Okay, she's got an ankle rocker, and she does have ankle back and forth articulation on both. Okay, and the legs don't go back though, but they do go out this far. Okay, so overall, the sculpt is not terrible, but it could have been better. This was very much feels like it was kind of just thrown together. It was borderline thrown together, and the belt also moves as its own piece a little bit, so it's like you can kind of get her in the poses, and you're not limited by how far the belt is going to move or not move, type of thing. And if you look at this picture compared to what we got, you look at this, it actually is brown up in there. I'm looking at it, and these feathers, they're red, the gold, but this is actually brown. So it's actually different. Of course, stuff doesn't look like it looks in the in the box. That's like probably the prototype, but it should have been a little bit more, and they should have had some more gloss on the body for the bodysuit. And if you look at Klaw in the picture versus the Klaw here, He does have a little bit of sculpt in his head, but this one has a hell of a lot more sculpt in the picture. So, but overall, I would say this is a decent set. I got it pretty cheap. I got it reasonably priced. Let's look at this. Like, this should be much more ostentatious than this. Cause she was kind of fly. She was, if you look at, remember the comic book, she was actually very fly, where she was partying with the socialites and all this other stuff before she became the regent, so to speak. Um, before she became the regent. So this is actually pretty decent. This is not decent. I'm not happy with completely happy with what they did with the sculpt. I think that she deserved more justice in this. I mean, the girl freaking fought Namor. They could have did actually that suit versus this suit and do what they did with this suit, because this suit is like, ugh. And then I really don't like these fellas. It's not ostentatious enough. She like was very ostentatious. Um, So overall, this is I would give this like a 5. I'm gonna just be honest, because this is why I bought it, not for him. Even though I think he's done way better than how she's done. They kind of threw it together. I feel like they kind of threw it together, and I feel like they could have did a lot better. So I give this like a 5. But this is the Marvel Legends series. This is the Klaw and Shuri two pack that you basically get both figures in a set. And I would give it like a 5. It's not terrible, but it's not really great either. They could have done a lot better. So I'll post some pictures of how I'm gonna have it posed. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this damn cape on because it's really awkward to pose. Let me see how far it goes up. The arms go up with the cape on it, on her. Yeah, it's okay. I might have to take that off. I don't know yet, but I kind of wanted to pose it with the cape, but the cape is kind of interfering a little bit. So, but yeah, they could have did something much better with this. Even if it was just something to set up, and that way when she lifted her arms and stuff, it didn't come all the way off. So that was bugging me. That part is really bugging me. So we'll figure it out though. But I'm gonna post some pictures of how it looks once it's actually put up and everything. But this is the Marvel Legends series, Shuri and Klaw 2 pack. And Klaw, they did a good job, but Shuri, not so much. So this is Hood Collector out. Um, that's it. Ghetto Geek, Hood Freak.